right next to me, dog.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of our policy. We're kind of forced to do that.
No way, Bruce. Really, bro? Yo.
It's low key, and I am. I say I am. You know who I am. I just want to show y'all something. I just want to show y'all what I go through. This is the I'm in a parking spot, a designated one. This is where you turn into the fucking shopping center. And then you have this piece of shit right here. Parked on the fucking curb where you pull into the shopping center. Oh, let me show you this real quick. There's parks right there. I hope y'all could see that. I pray. There's the curb where people pull in. Here's this fucker. And then there's the parking spots over there. And then there's the parking spots over there. This is the new meta. This is the new gang stalking demonic meta right here. This is the new meta. Pay attention. The gang stalkers and the NPCs are glitching out so crazy. They're not even parking in designated parking spots anymore.
Find a reason to care about most things these days, and it's not even a reason to get up and say, yeah. Who else spends 70% of the day trying to figure out why they still give a fuck about most shit these days? I don't give a fuck about shit and nothing. I wake up every day trying to find a reason to care about most things these days, and it's not even a reason
Too
to
fucking
get up
bright,
and say,
man.
yeah, I want to wake out of bed to actually give a fuck these days. I have to force myself to want to get up and participate in this bullshit ass world. I know everything is bullshit. I know everything is a flawed system. I know this system is rigged against us, and I just keep finding myself hard to get up every single day to want to be participating in this shit. 70% of me just want to lay in the bed and not do nothing and just figure out how to just get away from this, escape from this shit every single day. But yet I get up and keep participating in it because I have to. If I don't, my life will stop. My bills will stop. My everything will stop. So I have to find a reason to get up and want to participate in this shit every single day. I keep finding that reason every day, but at some point I just be want to lay there and say, fuck it. Just fuck it. And am I wrong for just wanting to lay there and just say fuck it because I don't want to keep participating in this shit? It's hard to get up and keep doing this shit every single fucking day when you know it's not even going to benefit you in no fucking shape, fashion, or form. It's just going to rinse and repeat and do the same shit all over again. I'm tired of the same shit all over again. Just my opinion, just being honest. Who else spends 70% of the day?
This motherfucker got 75,000 likes. Yeah. They want to pay me $6 to go 10 miles. Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. I'm definitely tired of this shit. So yeah, I got a question, man. I got a question, man. I got a question.
You're not paying us enough to not do this. I support that dude that set that warehouse on fire like that, man. Somebody got to make the first move. Bro said, you're not paying us enough to not do this. You can't even pay us enough to live. This is what happens. This is what happens when people feel exploited. People feel like slaves. They come back to bite you in the ass. And that's not the only warehouse that's been set on fire either. Yeah, you can say the dude gonna go to jail and he gonna have to owe $1 billion, but that still didn't stop it from happening. I'm constantly stuck in this work loop where I have to work all of these hours for change and then have to spend all of that on all of these basic necessities that I need for a basic human being. What's the difference? Gas prices going up, the insurance going up, housing costs are going up, but you know what didn't go up? The wages. I think all these people leaving America. The new American dream is to leave America. People out here getting cribs for a couple $100s out there in Southeast Asia. Bro, don't nobody want to pay $2,000 for a one-bedroom apartment along with a $700-800 car note, plus insurance. The more people that start to wake up, the worse it's going to get for
Plus
America.
you gotta
What
eat.
are you really doing for the American people? And my thing is, I encourage people to get their power back. Don't let these people smack you around. Y'all got everybody paying taxes. I know a few people that said they didn't pay their taxes.
They just be wanting me to go around the world. You know what I'm saying? They be wanting me to go around. I'm like going all the way over there and then going all the way over here. They just be wanting nigga to go
They
around the
paid their
world,
taxes
bro.
all year and they still owe money. How?
What bullshit is
Whole shit
somebody
is
doing?
rigged. And I never understand the people that defend this system. It's almost like you like being a slave. I support that dude that set that warehouse on fire like that, man.
So about the warehouses, right? We don't know what. Once again, we don't know what the fuck is going on with the warehouses. And he talking about, you know, like the goyim. Let's keep it goy. We're always the last ones to realize. So, for instance, the American dream. We were the last one. They've been taking their money out of shit. They've been selling assets or moving them around, relocating their assets. We're the last fucking ones to realize that there's nothing for us here, as fucking usual. You know what I'm saying? We're the last ones to realize the American dream is to get the fuck up out of here, as usual. You know, so with these warehouses, correct me if I'm wrong, but they saying they didn't set fire to like 19 warehouses and shit. In reality, all it's doing is, yo, these people will do everything in the world but one-to-one address their oppressor. These people, and that's why I don't even think it's organic. I don't believe this shit, in my opinion. I don't think it's organic. I think it's another situation. Yo, the people don't fight back at all for shit ever. Let's have a real conversation. People don't fight back at all for shit ever. Every day we all wake up and we fucking get back on the hamster wheel. Everybody. It don't matter if you're doing legal shit or illegal shit. You're still a hamster on the fucking wheel. Because nobody is addressing the oppressor. No one. And then so, okay, you burn up these companies and shit. All it's gonna do is affect the goods that we need. You burn out, correct me if I'm wrong, what was the one, I'll look it up. But they said they burnt down a warehouse with like toilet paper and shit, like paper supply. Nigga, that affects us. They gonna be on an island somewhere with enough toilet paper to last them 10 years. They don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect them. Now, what would affect these people, hypothetically, if you burnt their fucking house down, if you burnt their cars up, if you fucking burnt down their beach house, if you fucking burnt down the banks, you know, hypothetically in Minecraft, right? Because we got to say that because the oppressor is allowed in this realm to do whatever the fuck they want to do, but we're not even allowed to say what we want to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, these people they will go above and beyond to have like direct conflict with the slave master. You know what I mean? And it's at the point, bro, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bro, if they started saying Bill Gates' house is set on fire and Peter Thiel house is set on fire, if they started talking about actual, like, what would appear to be like actual real, you know, rebellion and stuff like that, they said the White House was set on fire, I wouldn't even believe that shit at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't even believe it at that point. You know? Because we, at the end of the day, bro, like, yo, this lady look crazy. This lady got on some ACGs. Yo, I'm telling you, bro, I be wanting to interview these people about their outfits, man. This lady, she had a certified tweaker fit on. She got the beach hat with the ACGs on. ACG boots. It's 88 degrees outside. She wearing ACGs, nigga. The fuck wrong with her? Shit is weird. So we live in a world where, you know, it's so fucked up. People would literally die in the street before they rebel, revolt, actually do something for real. You know, everybody's like, oh well, you know, when people finally wake up, when it gets to a certain situation, when people feel like we don't have nothing else to lose, you already in that situation. Motherfuckers is sitting in. You know, we all the we all the frogs boiling in the pot, and that shit is on 500, 600 degrees right now. Like that shit, we are boiling alive, and it's been that way for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Americans can't talk shit about no other country, bro. Americans are pussy, bro. And the hopium and the selective delusion is out of control. Like, that's not affecting anything. Yeah, the shit is insured. It's not affecting anything. If anything, they just got a payday. It's the same thing with the towers. You fucking knocked the towers down and made them richer. You're talking about knocking down the bank in LA. Motherfuckers, they get, yo, this shit, the game is so, it's genius, it's beautiful, but it's wicked at the same time. It's like the way they got the game set up to they always, even when they lose, they win. This shit is beautiful, my nigga. Tell me it's not beautiful. Even when they lose, they win. They shit get destroyed, they get richer. Shit. Comfortable oppression. Put that shit on a t-shirt. Yeah, we just some comfortable fucking, you know, lab rats, man. Hamsters on the wheel, man. So I haven't done really any research. All I heard, it was like 19 buildings set on fire. I don't fucking know.
Hegseth quoted, "I cannot believe that this is our reality." Earlier today, Pete Hegseth quoted a fake Bible verse from Pulp Fiction during a Pentagon sermon. Just watch.
So the prayer is CSAR 2517, and it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper, and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy One, when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
I mean, how do you get that wrong? How do you mess up that badly? These are the people we're supposed to trust to lead our military and lead our country. My God. I don't know if you folks have ever watched the amazing show Veep, but it's often said that it was not a comedy or anything like that. It was actually a documentary of Washington, D.C.
Listen, bro, if I died and went to fucking, if I died and went to heaven and found out Samuel L. Jackson was God, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad. If I found out Samuel Jackson wrote the Bible, I might be able to get behind that shit. Pause. Apparently when he was growing up, he went to Pulp Fiction Bible study. Like they was playing Quentin Tarantino. They was playing Quentin Tarantino's greatest hits at Bible study. Apparently, this dude is a whole fucking Hegseth is a whole fucking retard, bro. He's a whole retard, bro. But you can't even be mad at him because look at who put him in position. Look at who put him in position.
The war to topple Iran's government didn't happen, not gonna happen. Why? Now, think of this. We got into the war to topple Iran's... the war to topple Iran's government. Didn't happen, not gonna happen. We got into the war to destroy Iran's missiles and drones. Didn't happen, not gonna happen. Over the course of the war, Iran took the Strait. Now the war is about opening up the Strait. So it's about trying to get something that we already had. Forget about regime change, forget about the missiles. It ain't happening. We're lucky if we get the status quo from before the war back. Well, now, after the ceasefire to open up the Strait, now Iran is demanding that we shut down Israel and Lebanon. So now the new peace agreement is like, Iran gets everything that they want. You want a ceasefire? Well, we are still here, so that's just not even on the table. There's no regime change. And we still have our missiles, and nuclear is not even in the talks. What we're going to talk about is how much we're going to control the Strait and when Israel's making peace with our number one proxy, Hezbollah. Talk about five-dimensional chess. We went from a negotiation last year about whether Iran could have a nuclear program. Now the negotiation is how much of the Strait do they get to control and how much does Israel get to bomb Lebanon, if at all. And we're doing it for them. You see how they're using the Strait to drive us? We had to leave this conflict without achieving any of our objectives. And now that we've left the conflict, in order to stay out of it, which we desperately need to, we have to go to Israel and beg them to stop bombing Iran's proxy. It's genius. And I imagine maybe this was Iran's plan. A little bait and switch, or poison pill.
My bad, y'all. I'm working, man, and they just sending me. I mean, I'm getting punished. I'm getting punished right now for not accepting these terrible deliveries. I'm getting punished, bro. They want me to go. What's 18 times 2? Sad. Oh shit, I gotta go do something. Fuck. I gotta go do something. Oh my god. So 36? They want me to go 36 miles for $14 for 13 instances.
Maybe you're...
Like this guy. Look, pay attention to this guy right here. Once again, like these... That's what we were talking about the other day. When we were talking about MAGA. The MAGA people are incapable of being critical thinkers. Because all they're bandwagoners. If you can't think for yourself, you're just going to jump on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? So they're just gonna fucking the same. Yo, the crazy part about this shit is, bro, the same people that was screaming MAGA, they gonna vote for the next for the Democrat. Watch, they gonna vote for the next Democrat that go up in there. The same people.
Human being can only endure so much before it reaches its primal state. These warehouse fires and these CEO murders send a message to the ones in power. We are fucking done. We've had enough. From the shitty cost of living to finding out the ones in charge of the system are pedophiles and blood-drinking child molesters to this war to our food, medicine, and water being poisoned. We are so fucking done.
Now, here's the thing. Don't say we. If you didn't set the shit on fire, if you ain't out here doing shit, don't say we. You, as an individual, are a pussy. You haven't set fire to shit. So I can't stand a motherfucker that take credit for a whole nother human being's actions. I can't stand that shit. Me personally. Ain't no we. You're in the comfort of your living quarters, of your slave quarters. You're in the comfort of your slave quarters, okay? However much you pay a month, let's have a real conversation. Only person I want to hear from is the person that's actually setting this shit on fire. That's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker. Let them say whatever the hell they want to say. But it's like, we ain't French, motherfucker. You on the internet. You're on their weapon. You're on their weapon that they're going to use against you. Let's have a real conversation. They are going to use, we're going to wake up one day and all the fucking shit we was posting and commenting on and liking and sharing, man, we are fucked. We're fucked.
Warehouse fires and these CEO murders
We're
send a
fucked.
message to the ones in power. We are fucking done. We've had enough. From the shitty cost of living to finding out the ones in charge of the system are pedophiles and blood-drinking child molesters to this war to our food, medicine, and water being poisoned. We are so fucking done. Nobody wakes up one day and decides out of nowhere that everything should burn. That's the part people skip over because it's easier to point at the flames than to ask what lit the match. You see a warehouse on fire and the first reaction is immediate, that's wrong, that's destruction, that's chaos. And yeah, on the surface it is. But if that's all you see, you're missing the bigger picture completely. Because things don't just erupt like that without pressure building first. Pressure from people feeling ignored, pressure from people feeling stuck, pressure from people watching systems work exactly how they were designed, just not for them. Because this is the truth about the human species that the elites don't understand. Humans, yes, all humans have a breaking point. A human being can only endure so much before it reaches its primal state and fights back in the most brutal way. Remember, we are the most dangerous animal on the planet. Most of that pressure never gets acknowledged when it's quiet. Nobody pays attention when people are struggling silently. Nobody listens when it's just frustration, exhaustion, or people barely getting by. But the moment something extreme happens, now everybody's looking. Now it's headlines, now it's conversations, now it's what's going on. That doesn't mean that action is right, but it does mean something was already wrong long before it happened. And if all the focus goes to condemning the reaction without ever examining the conditions that led to it, then nothing actually changes. You just reset the cycle. You can't keep pushing people to the edge and then act surprised when something snaps. You can't build a system where people feel disposable, replaceable, constantly under pressure, and expect everything to stay calm forever. That's not how human beings work. Remember, we are the most dangerous species on the planet. When you gradually create multiple generations of people with nothing to lose, decreasing jobs, wages, and abilities to purchase homes, and a destabilized, unsustainable way of life, people respond. You can't brand people who have nothing to look forward to or nothing to lose. You can't brand people with a loss of wages, a loss of employment, a loss of high quality of life when they don't have any of those things. But we have to be conscious of this cycle and actually take action to bring that change so this system can crumble forever. Something happens, people react, everybody argues, nothing changes, and it happens again.
There's no we. It's just, at most, it's a collection of individuals. It's a collection of individual actions or an individual sacrifice. Everybody has to be on the same page as far as making the ultimate sacrifice. Let's have a real conversation. So it ain't no fucking we. There never was a we. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a real conversation. If, like, bro, the truth is this, in my opinion, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to burn anything down. You don't have to I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. You don't necessarily have to fucking lay some shit down. Like, if you woke up in the morning, your daily routine, and you headed out to go outside and do what you got to interact with the satanic simulation realm, you open your door and it's 100 people outside, armed to the T, with their guns pointed at your face. You don't have to fire a bullet. The average person is gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know? Be like, we're done. Here's your like right before, like, you know, when you get about to get fired from a job, you get your little warnings and shit. Same thing with real life. You know what I mean? Force, you know, a lack of fear, selflessness. That's human leverage. That's the most powerful human leverage. That's why they say you don't, you know what I mean? Like, you don't fuck with people that don't have anything to lose type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you don't even have to do. You really don't. Like, it's really, people make everything more complicated and challenging than it has to be. If people were dead ass fucking serious, if people were dead ass fucking serious, 100 fucking people showed up armed to the teeth at whoever. You name the name, you can name it. We've already named the names. The tech motherfuckers, the sellout podcast motherfuckers, the bankers, the reserve, the JP Morgan. Just show up. Show up. Show up for yourself. Show up for the people you love. Show up for your generation. Show up for your children. Just show up. And say, hey, we know where you at. We know where you are. Hi, how are you? This is Hurricane. He doesn't fuck with the government, so you might want to not say, don't even look at him. Don't even make eye contact with him. This is Water Style. She be chilling, but she might flatline you. This is Armchair. There she goes. That's my friend from middle school. I'm surprised she ain't even, she just be walking around town. She lost mad weight going through it, you know? He said Jordan Maxwell. I gotta look into him. I did a little bit of, I watched a lot of clips from him. But he said, we ain't gonna do shit against the cult of Saturn. And it's crazy because I saw that Saturn was connected to Yaldabaoth for the demiurge. That's their, yeah, Saturn. I believe, you know, fuck do I know, but I do believe, yeah, Saturn is there, right? Kronos, all of that shit. Saturn is their god. Is Saturn Satan? Yeah, you know, but, and it would be, we go on this loop every day, bro, every day. We force ourselves every fucking day to do shit and put up with shit that we don't want to deal with. Kronos. Saturn is Kronos, but they also said Saturn is the demiurge. They said every archon or whatever is associated with a planet. So I found that interesting too. Or whatever. But this is like a typical like Jersey nigga right here. Just like a fucking meathead. I ain't even gonna show this nigga. Like Jersey Shore ass nigga. But it's not that serious. You show up and you say, here's your warning, we're done. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's the same thing, you know, I like the whole Titanic rabbit hole. They said that it wasn't even the Titanic. They said the Titanic, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure Armchair probably knows. I'm sure a lot of y'all probably know, but They said the Titanic was swapped out with a sister boat called the Olympia or some shit like that. You know? And they said, you know, that's basically, they had it was JP Morgan, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And then they said he didn't even show up. They said JP Morgan didn't even go on the damn boat. And they said it was like, at the time, it was just the world's richest men that was on the boat. Right? They said it was the people that were against the Federal Reserve. They got on the boat and then they died. And then a year later or shortly after that, they created the Federal Reserve. And we went from the gold standard to this fiat bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So they get busy. They get busy. When they have plans, they say, this is our plan for the next 100, 200, 300,000 years. This is our plan. They don't do this. You know what I'm saying? They get busy. Okay. It remind me of don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. They got a list. If you go up against them, they write your name down on a piece of paper. And then they cross you off one by one. But they mentally, you know, motherfuckers, they program us to have this Stockholm Syndrome relationship with our fucking, with the oppressor, the government. And it's like, if you even think, if it even crosses your mind, sovereignty, freedom. Give me the paper, nigga. Give me, oh fuck, hold on, give me a pen. How you spell this nigga name? Is it low key? How you spell this nigga name? Low key T, faux life? Is that how you spell it? With a 4? Is it FOUR or is it the numeral? We need to know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. It don't make no sense, bro. And I'm just saying, like, you ever notice when you're doing something that, like, you actually love and you're passionate about, like, you actually feel like you're living? Yo, the only thing that could make us feel alive in this moment in time is revolution. It's as simple as that. That's the only thing that would scratch that itch of, you know what I mean, the imprisonment that we have right now. Full-blown revolution. And you know it's real when it's happening for so long that now the NPCs have caught up to the plot. You know what I mean? She said, all they got for us is a fake revolution, right? They just constantly just throwing this shit. Don't look at this, look at this, look at the warehouse, look at this, look at I'm like, bro, none of that shit is doing nothing, bro. Every villain has a mailing address. Let's have a real conversation. And it's like these people complaining about Trump. Trump is doing the opposite of everything. And now he's mocking Jesus and da-da-da-da. It's like, bruh. You know, that's the side effects of power. You don't give a fuck. People out here begging. People out here is begging, bro. But you promised. You know how soft you know what I'm saying? You know how fucking soft you look and sound? But you promised. You had said that you was gonna do this for us. Nobody told your dumbass to believe that shit. Same thing in a relationship. You know, love bombing is real. You know, these people tell you whatever the fuck, man. They tell you, guy tell the bitch whatever the fuck she want to hear to get them draws. And after he get it, depending on how good or bad it is, that plays, you know, you see what happens after that. Same thing with the females. The females say do whatever they gotta do to get access to that motherfucker financial account. Financials. And as soon as the money run out, it's the same thing. Words don't mean shit, man. Words don't mean a goddamn thing, man. And it would be a beautiful thing to see the masses become possessed with the spirit of revolution and take their sovereignty back. And whatever happens after that, that's that. But everybody know this ain't it. Everybody know this ain't it. Everybody know they're being bled dry. Everybody know they're being bullied. We all being bullied. Like, come on, man, to death. Anytime you gotta work 3 jobs to pay rent. Let me put my hat on. She's coming back. Let me put my hat down so she can look at me. Anytime you gotta do that shit. Oh shit, she coming. Oh fuck. It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. Nigga gotta get low. Let's have a real conversation. Sometimes you gotta get low.
Deeper, we're going.
So look,
And if it's the second one,
I'm about to get up out of here because I gotta go do some shit. That's a decent little ride. I mean, I don't want to go all the way the fuck over there at all. I just don't know why they gotta make it so far. That shit is so fucking far, bro. It's so far away. It's so far away, bro. Like, it's just like, why? That shit is like 25 minutes away from me. Anyway.
So I asked ChatGPT yesterday. You changed your name to Palm Beach Pete. Yeah. You want to be any more obvious, Jeff? Nah, they let you. You changed your name to Palm Beach Pete? Yeah. You want to be any more obvious, Jeff? Nah, they let you pick any name when you get down there. And you landed on Palm Beach Pete? Yeah, you like it? No, I don't fucking like it. That's the most Scooby-Doo shit I've ever heard. Relax, relax. The fake ID is not for his age. It's in case someone questions who he is. What's your name? My name is Palm Beach Pete. Dude, this guy thinks we're stupid. So, Palm Beach Pete, how old are you? Old enough? Yeah, no shit. Let me see that ID. Seems legit to me. Wait, really? What do you mean by that? Yeah, what do you mean? There's a spider, look! You changed your name to
Here come the gang stalker. 474,000 likes. 1 million shares. So my question is this, right? Let's just keep giving me dog shit rides, man. My question is this, right? Cause I've had to cut off. I've cut off childhood. I've cut off people that I've known since high school. I've cut off people that I've known since my childhood. Like family and shit. That I was real cool with. Like, I was real cool with my cousins. I was super tight, pause, with my cousins. Like, yo, me and my cousins, bro. Me and my cousins would, like, throw toys at my great-grandfather's head. And then run away. Like the niggas didn't even know he did it. Like, we used to throw toys at my great grandfather's head. And we used to take turns and we used to run away. Like, we was just stupid as hell. It's a nice little whip. I want a nice black whip. But my thing is like this, bro. What do you call, this is my question. What do you call an individual what do you call an individual I'm trying to figure out how I want to word it. What do you call an individual that just refuses to cut ties with the demons in their life? What do you call that? What do you call a person that tells you to your face, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't deal with this person no more. I can't deal with that person no more. I can't allow this person to be in my life. I can't allow that person to come around no more. And then they turn around and allow it. What do you call it? What is that? What is the diagnosis for that? What is like the psychological diagnosis for that? Where like a person I'm just like, okay, I mean, only thing I could think of is, nigga, you don't love yourself. But that's going to be my next rabbit hole, because I've been in situations where I had a small circle, and I was around people that were real people. But as soon as I saw the demon in their eye, I had to leave them alone for you know, to protect myself. I had to leave them alone. I wasn't doing it for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? The first time, maybe twice, maybe the first time I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Because the thing is, nobody is above possession. Let's have a real conversation. Nobody walking this earth is above this shit about the when you have two people, right? When you have two people, it turns out to be an empath, and the other person turns out how does that work? It doesn't make any logical sense to me. People that come from a broken home, one person is like emotionally intelligent as fuck, and then the other person is like oblivious to how, you know, the concept of emotions. Let's have a real conversation. Unless it affects them. My phone is on fire, bro. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, man. There has to be a diagnosis for that. Where you love your more. Holy shit. Committed to live entities and bull. So anyway, I gotta fucking go over here and take care of this, man, but this car, bro. Every day this motherfucker be making different